Right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, what I'm going to be talking about now is the end of the week chat. I don't know how long or how this is going to work. I've tried this before. Wasn't really too keen on it, as in the live stream thing, but I kind of like the idea to be able to answer any questions. I'm just going to leave this here for you all to see. 1K subscribers. Come on. Finally did it. Right, how can I get the live chat up? Here we go. Right, how can I get the live chat up? Here we go. Right, how can I get the live chat up? Here we go. Right, how can I get outside? Live chat up. Here we go. This way I can watch the chat while live, and people should be able to. And people should be able to. Right, get the shift over there. Be able to. Right, get the shift over there and then mute that. Right, anyway, hello. I don't know how many people we have on here. Hello. But hopefully it turns up soon. So it should be 4K. 4K live stream. How about that? It should be 4K. 4K live stream. We're in it. We're in the 4K gang. Come on. That's where we want to be. Hi, Craig. The echo should be gone now. How you doing? You okay, mate? It's been awful here today. I've literally got no work done. Meant to have 4 gutter clears booked in. It's still echoing. Why would it still be echoing? Just at HSS. What, getting a little tower, are you? Or dropping one off? You get caught in the hailstones. Yeah, mate, it was grim, wasn't it? I was doing a few quotes this afternoon because a few that I didn't get round to earlier in the week, and it's been awful. Just like grim, innit? It's just so windy and so like wet and hailing and awful stuff. Don't want to see it. Anyway, the reason why we're here. Hang on, let me open any window. This is all confusing for me live stream because things can always go wrong. So you can see now. You can see. Look at this. We did it. So that basically means now. So if I had this a month ago, effectively throughout the whole month of January, YouTube would have earned me 120 quid roughly a month, which isn't good, but it pays for things like my laptop, this microphone. So ideally then, next month, I don't know if I'll hit 20,000 views all the time. It's quite a crazy month. I think the podcast, the ones that do it, because obviously, like, you get, like, the average view, I think it's like 25 minutes on each podcast. So it's quite wicked, actually. But, yeah, I'm over the moon. You can't really see my... See, this microphone's so annoying, right? I kind of wish I bought a standing one now, because it has to be literally here for you to be able to hear me really nice and crisp. But, yeah. Anyway, let's have a look at some things, shall we? So I wanted to actually have a look. I see it yesterday, actually. Matt sent it to me. No, he didn't. Tom sent it to me. So this, right, is effectively what I was talking about in Jake's stream. I'm quite annoyed about it because this would have been a great invention. But this basically will go on a roof and you can vacuum it out. I'm not sure how good the pull will be. I'm not sure how well it will work. But it's been done. It's been invented, and yeah. See, because it's already been done and no one's ever heard of it, I'm a bit wary to try it. But effectively, if that could work, so you can see like the brushes around like the circle thing. See it here, all this. So effectively, that would scrub, but you kind of would want that to spin. Hello, Matt. I'm talking about this. I've literally got in. It's grim outside. It's disgusting. So I thought I'd jump on here because I feel like this would be quite a usual thing for everyone to be at home about now. What's the time? 4 o'clock. Yeah, everyone's going to be done by now, aren't they? But this, effectively, like I say, your poles would go in there, and this, if this could somehow spin quite gently, you don't want it to like a flat surface cleaner. You don't want it to go that fast, but like spin nicely, like faster than that, maybe like that. Game changer. That would literally clean roofs. Well, you'd have a few obviously issues, like the putty, like it'd be probably heavy. and the Panther probably wouldn't run it, and a few things like that. I think it's just an FSC brush. I don't think it scrubs. This is the thing. See, if you could somehow make that scrub, it'd be wicked. I think. Just a little brainstorm. I think that would be sick. And then, like I say, it would all go in your vacuum. So you'd have no waste at all. That would be okay, but you'd be up and down the scaffolding all the time to empty the vac. Yeah, well, that's another thing as well. So if you need to have, like I said, the Panther probably wouldn't run this. I think you probably need a triple motor. And I don't actually know how many litres Gutter Vacuum Systems is. I've only ever used Gutter Vacuum Systems. I haven't used a Skyvac or anything like that, so I always go straight on there. But how many litres is it this one? I think it's the Predator. No, I don't want spares. I want to actually look at the vacuum systems. Which one is it? Which one's the best one? 3K sounds good. Shadow 36. I need help. Help me. Fresh new haircut. Come on. I quite like it. No one else does. My girlfriend hates it. If you bolted some scrapers to the inside, you could scrape and vac, and that would work. But I think that's purely a clean-up after you scrape with a pole, not all in one. Yeah, I agree. But it would be sick if it would work. It would be so good if that would avoid the scraping thing. But also, I see why you'd want a scraper. Drop the whacker off now, as the path we've done is nearly... Oh yeah, you've been landscaping, haven't you? You're a big boy now, you've been landscaping. Yeah, so anyway, going back to this. Which vacuum is the best? I want to say the 3K, I can't lie. No, actually, I don't know. Let's go off wattage. 3,600, 3,000. Yeah, let's go for this one. 80 litres. So that's 80 litres. So how quickly that feel like compared to the Panther? My little Panther fills up literally off one line of guttering. It's probably about time I get a new vacuum too. Not because I feel like you've always got to have a Panther, but it's not ideal for some jobs. Some jobs you do want a slightly bigger. How many litres? How many litres? How many litres? How many litres? I can't see. Okay. Anyway, let's go back over here and get some music playing, shall we? I haven't actually installed Spotify yet. I go straight on Spotify and it takes me to Creator Spotify. No thanks. Spotify. Space. No. Spotify. Download. Free download for your platform. Yes, please. Right. I have no idea what Mac OS I've got, so let's just download a random one. Cool. Downloading. Yeah, so vacuum, going back to the vacuum. If you had the 80 litre Predator, I think you'd be able to do that if it worked. Yeah, for sure. I'm on board if it's an all-in-one. Well, I've come up with another idea, which is nothing to do with the roof scraping side, kind of. So, I spoke to Tom at CleanLinks. Obviously, he does a bit of manufacturing, and I have drawn an idea which I don't want to go into too much because I feel like it's a very easy idea to nick if you wanted to go with it. But effectively, what it's going to do is make roof cleaning mess so much less. Rhyme for you. So the mess that comes off a roof, instead of disconnecting downpipes, I found of another way. And I've tried it, but only in a small length. I need to probably test the product first before I mention any more. You could always get a longer suction hose and fasten to the scraper pole to suck the moss up. Yeah. So this is the thing as well, though, but if you have a 20 metre, 15, 20 metre hose, surely like the weight is just like, nah. Do you know what I mean? Like I'd probably be like knackered after doing that. Because the poles, aluminium poles are well heavy, unless they're these carbon ones, which I've still yet to try. Saying that, Tom, if you listen to the podcast, has kindly sent me an email saying that he's dispatched of. I've got a single pole coming to try it. I think I'm going to try one of these water-fed poles as well. So let's have a look at his website. I listened back to the podcast while editing, and I realised that this screen you're currently now on, so OBS, which is what I use to record, like go live pretty much. I've got 4 scenes. Scene is this one, so just me. This is what you're on, and this is the podcast screen. Now, if I switch back to this, I didn't have the laptop audio picking up. So as soon as I switched this on the pod, you could no longer hear Tom. Bit annoying, but anyway, yeah. So he sent me one of these 24T, which he did say what it means, ton carbon, I think, something like that. But I want one of these. I want this one. Maybe we might change this to a wing nut, because this always whacks the roof. It's almost as long as that, and obviously if you have it like there instead of in this spot, if you have it like coming out here, it's going to whack the roof a lot. So I'd probably change this to a wing nut so it's about that big. Just a nice little circle around it. But yeah, this is what I want. I also probably might change this, but I wouldn't change much. I love it. I love, like, even the Pro, because I haven't got a trigger. The one I've got, which I got sent with the pole, you have to drill into the pole. So this one would be sick for like fascia boards cleaning, gutter cleaning, not clearing, gutter cleaning, because you could just put the trigger on and hold the pole in the air rather than like constantly having to move the foot pedal, because the foot pedal is great on the roof because you're stood on the scaffold, you can't move anywhere. Oh wait, what? It comes with the wing nut. I was so confused. On that it says a wing nut, which this would be ideal. This will whack the roof, which is what I found with my one that I've currently got. So yeah, this trigger can slide on and off all the time. So if you're interested in that big boy, and it's Pro Grip. If you also listen to the podcast as well, you'd see that Pro Grip have designed something with him, which is going to be nice. Anyway, new machine talk. Let's go onto our beloved PWS site. You may or may not have seen my challenge on TikTok. So the idea of going from this 50 quid machine, crap machine, awful. I'll show you. So, Black and Decker pressure washer. So I started a series on TikTok because TikTok's, short form content, unreal. This is the cheapest pressure washer in Argos. Bought this, right? 6.6 litres a minute. Now, if you actually go and watch that video on my TikTok, YouTube Shorts, anything like that, you will see how bad this machine is. It literally has an X-Jet as its most powerful tool that you can use. So imagine turboing block paving with an X-Jet. Now tell me what I was thinking when I thought that this machine, I'd be able to trade this up to £10,000. And at what point can I buy out my current machine? Like, at what point can I go to this? Because this is what I already have in the van. So what do I save £2,000 and then just like give away £2,000 to one lucky subscriber? Or what? Because the idea is I wanted to do this whole thing and get one of these. The goat, the big dogs. That's the plan. I also still haven't done a job with this machine. It's been 6 days. I've been emailing about like caravan parks and things like this, just to do a big hit, one big day, do like 3 caravans, give them all the cladding, a nice clean with it, do with all the outdoor composite decking, a nice clean with it, and do like 3 of those at least minimum. And then the reward is content and a bit of money, and then we can trade up. Because as soon as I hit £1,000, I can't lie, I might just buy like a high-end machine, because I can probably quite easily turn that into £10,000. But yeah, again, what's the point if I already have my machine? See what I mean? You see what I'm coming from? Surely. But yeah. Anyway, so we've got 9 people watching, which is actually better than last time. The wind almost just came into my room, I'm pretty sure. Let's scoop you up and tighten you a little bit. So I feel I'm having to lean down and tilt this up and have it coming down here. So, you can probably see me a bit better now. Let's just scoop the cam. Anyway, you lucky 9 people on here, I'm going to let you into a little secret. We have got a guest on the podcast, which I'm recording on Monday. All I can tell you is, what he does, you all have it. You all have one. Okay? Any guesses? And any questions I'm going to do. I don't really know how to give. I don't really want to give it away, but also like it'd be highly anticipated if I do give it out, the information. Shall I just do it? Tell me yes in the comments if you think I should just tell you who next week's guest is. I need to see at least. So there's 9 people watching. I need to see at least 4 yeses, and I will tell you. There's 3. Well, Matt says maybe, so there's 2 actually. 3. Matt say yes. Do one more yes, and I'll tell you. I'll literally say it right now. Matt. Okay. So, I'm going to tell you anyway, because Matt means yes by saying no. We've got Jack Bowley from Howden's Insurance coming on. I'm recording with him on Monday. You 10 people are the only people that know about this and will know about this. I'm not going to post it anywhere. Any questions you want to ask him? Yes, Matt, I got him. Any questions you want to ask him, put in this live chat, and I will delete this live after we finish. There's now 11. Any questions you have to Jack Bowley, who is like the main insurance provider for exterior cleaning in the whole industry. If you have got business insurance with him, or if you are looking to change business insurance provider, or you are looking to ultimately, why has this gone back to this camera? If you are looking to buy business insurance, let me know. I've never felt so kinky watching an exterior cleaning stream before, well, except that one time on Smaps. Yeah, so John says yes. So yeah, like I said, any questions? It could be anything. It could be, can I have a discount? I've got a really big question for him, which I'm not going to tell you. Obviously, we have Tom's question that goes on first, but I've written out like template questions, which is what I do for everyone that comes on the podcast. So I have questions that I actually want to know the answer to, and we kind of go off on a bit of a tangent. But because Jack is obviously offers insurance to so many different services, so you got solar panel cleaning, which all this electric shock and thing. We've got roof cleaning, which obviously you're working at height, you need to be covered for that. Gutter clearing, any damages need to be covered for that. So basically, individual services he has to provide tailored insurance to. So I've got a few up my sleeve. But yeah, we kind of debated doing this one in person, to be honest, because I am looking. It's something I want to do. So I want to get a unit or a bigger container that has a bit of heating, a bit of electric and stuff, a bit of light. And that would be a bit weird, but obviously I'll like put some sheeting up in the back of the container, make it all nice in there. So instead of doing this in my room, and we can, make guests come to us, or do we go to guests, or do I have like a little setup in the back of a van somehow? Be a bit weird, wouldn't it? But be decent. I don't know. I do like the Discord thing because like everything's here and like no one has to feel under pressure. Like if I look someone, like it's happened a couple of times, not very many, but it's happened a couple of times where I ask someone a question on stream and they like think about it and I have to like edit it out a little bit, which is fair enough, obviously, because you're put under pressure. Like this is live between me and one other person, and yeah, I will send you 5 questions that he may or may not be able to answer, but I think they would be great insights. Go ahead, Matt. Send me those questions, boy. See, this is what I hate about running all this off MacBook, because it wants me to have every screen. What's going on? Sorry, I probably just whacked into the mic. It wants me to have every screen as like the home screen. So, how much would you charge? 3-story, bloody hell. I wouldn't do it because I'd have to hire a cherry picker. Although I have done the iPath. It's just such an expense. Such an expense. I'd probably palm it off to someone that has got a cherry picker nearby. Sell the job almost. Back of a van be called fake exterior. What can we call it? What can we call it? What's like a funny name? Fake exterior cleaning. No, it's got to be like fake vacuum, like vacuum, or I don't know. It won't come to me for a little while. I'm not very good at playing on things, if I'm honest. So yeah. Anyway, going back to what I was talking about originally. Let's move it back to this. Look how nice this is. Like, it's just so pretty. I'd eat this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Be so hot. Imagine it's like, I don't know. I'd look after this so much more than my other machine. I will show you one more time my other machine because I feel like every time we talk about it, it's never live. So this is it. So as you can see here, no handle. I have to fill through this little hole, which I have. There's a funnel there. Anyway, I have a funnel which I keep there. Fill through here into there, which means I never know, by the way, if it's going to overfill. If it overfills. Just don't know. I keep turning this off every night to stop water going in and throwing a duvet over the machine. Frost protection. Make sure you do something about frost protection, because otherwise what will happen is these bits here that plug into your hoses, they will burst, or this will freeze, or the water inside your pump will freeze. Another top tip: turn your machine on, turn off this, which is like your water supply, open this, and just run your machine for like 10 seconds to get all the water out before you if it's going to be frosty. That's the absolute minimum you should do if it's going to be frosty. But yeah, this reel is really good. This reel's okay, not bad. 50 meters on both. Machine's good, right? It's just not convenient for me anymore, but it'd be great for a first setup. I have been to PWS today and dropped Darren his first YouTube challenge off. Nice. I suppose you can't disclose it because Darren will want to do it all big time. So yeah, I'm not going to ask you. Don't feel pressured. I can't wait to see Darren on YouTube. He's even got a YouTube channel, so look. I don't think he has. I think he might have made a video back in the day, actually. Precious Washers Stafford. Unless it's under Aaron. Aha. So they got 100 subscribers. This is Darren. This has to be 15 years ago. See, I've never heard of these machines. I've heard of Karcher, obviously, but so this. This was his first video, like the first alpha video, should we say? I've not watched this.
So we're just assessing the Partridge's van after his
whose
fire.
van is this?
We've got sort of melts around the fuel cap.
What's that?
The fire was located to this area here. It's got no damage to his
describes the worst end
switchgear.
Partridge exterior cleaning life.
So it must
So
be
this is
centrally
Sid's.
located. No damage to his handle.
Oh my god.
Looking down the back, we've got a little bit of melting down the back.
I didn't realise this
Just an
machine's on fire.
cable with a little bit of melting down there.
This is why, by the
A
way,
bit more,
always go for your side door, not the
a
back
bit
door,
more down the
if you're going to
bottom.
mount your system. Because if the wind blows like
been
today and it closes and you're the other side of the house, you'll never know.
Down the back of the engine,
And
you can see with
there's
the
like that
floor, it's
plastic
all been melted.
on the door, isn't there,
Down
which
here,
it will
fuel
just set
spilt.
fire to.
And across the bottom.
And also, you kind of want like a hose.
We're going to proceed
So,
by taking
like
the
on
fuel
these
tank
alphas, the
off.
hose is on the other side of the exhaust, whereas
And
my
clean the fuel tank. I
hose
think
drill
the
on my
rubber's-
machine is directly above my
Rubbers are
exhaust, and I
still
haven't
okay.
got a
We're
hook
not
on it.
gonna lift the
Meaning
rubbers
that
out.
if
So what we're
I
going to go with is we're going to remove the tank.
if I leave,
clean the fuel tank out.
if I leave this hose over this exhaust, it's another bad thing.
Wires down the back.
I didn't know that Darren made a video.
Check out on the side. Melt.
See, Darren would be great, right? It'd be absolutely wicked if he did like content on how, not so much the in depth of how like mechanically and how these things work, right? Because he was completely right the other day when he said that he don't think there's been much of an audience for it. However, if he took Sid's machine out of the van and did like a time lapse of him fixing it all and spoke over it like the funny way that Darren speaks, sorry, no, not the funny way that Darren speaks, like the funny chat that Darren has, it'd be wicked. And I'm pretty sure the whole industry would watch it.
Here, wiring's fixed down the back.
Yeah, it's just beautiful to hold on that machine. I also haven't got a skid under my machine, which is why it's so rough. Just turn it down a little bit.
It's alive!
But yeah, no, I can't wait for Darren to start properly. Hopefully it becomes like a regular thing. Because that would be nice to watch every week. Yeah, I'd never want to see this again. Get this out of here. What other funny stuff's happened this week? Oh yeah, we did a few roof quotes this week. I won every single one for once. I quoted 4 roofs this week and I booked in 4 roofs. I don't know where my diary is. Don't know. Anyway, the 18th and 19th we're on a roof. Next week we're on a roof scrape, which I'm dreading. And then the 20th and 21st we're on a roof. So we're doing back-to-back roofs on my own. And then the 24th, 25th we're on a roof. And then the 27th, 28th we're on a roof. So the 26th is my only day off between... No, I get 3 days off between 4 roof cleans. 3 nights on my own. Had them in mind since I mentioned him coming on. Yeah, so as soon as you messaged me yesterday, Matt, I actually messaged him on Facebook and he's well up for it. So some light on them would be cool. Bonus if allowed. I will save them and stick them in my notes. Right, let's make that part of the questions, and then I can't promise that we'll get around to all of them, Matt, because they are quite I don't know, we won't be able to get around to all of them. Trouble is, I'm trying to get the episodes now. I had a few people private message me asking me if I could keep the episodes to like maximum 2 hours. Only like 2 people, because one of them, I think it was with Darren, was like 2.5 hours. And obviously, if you're driving anywhere, you're not going to be able to watch it all in once. You know, and I don't know. I feel like the sweet spot is about an hour and a half. There will be a time when podcasts are with me by myself, almost like this. But I think I'm going to try and phase out the weekly video side a little bit, because they take too much effort to record a job unless it's like on the ground. If it's a roof job, I'm go as soon as I get out of the van. And it takes a bit of my time, you know, setting up the camera and preparing and setting up tripods, all this kind of thing. Whereas podcasts, dedicated time to go and speak to someone, and it's interesting for me, interesting for the viewer. I learn quite a lot of it because these people are more experienced than I am in business. Matt says 2 to 2.5 hours gets enough in. An hour and a half might feel rushed. I think with the guests you get, there's wider convo to be had. Yeah, I suppose, but I don't know. I feel like in between an hour and a half and 2 hours, perfect. 2.5 hours, like the Joe Rogan one, I don't think I'll actually finish an episode in less than 3 days. I listen to most of the Joe Rogan podcast, but because they're all like 3.5 hours, I find it so hard to remember what I'd listened to the day before and the day before that. But yeah, I don't know. We'll experiment. We'll do. So the last one with Tom was, I think it was about an hour and a half, wasn't it? Let's have a look. So YouTube, I think it was about an hour and a half, like an hour and 37 minutes. Yeah, so an hour and 48 minutes, well, a bit longer than what we anticipated, but it was in the sweet spot. To be fair, they've all been fairly about that time. So Jake's was an hour and 50. Craig's was 2 hours. Me and Matt were 2 hours 20. Me and Darren were 2 hours 25. And me and Tom were 1 hour 50. So they're all pretty much the same. Where did I go up to? How was the new van compared to the old van? Mechanically not as good. Physically a lot better because of the space. And I don't have to have a trailer. And everything, lives in the van. So I've got van mount. I did have a window cleaning tank in there as well, which I took out the other day because it's just not used. And yeah, the space, incredible. Driving wise, good. But, mate, every 500 miles, I'm putting like 1.5 litres of oil in, which is like 55 quid, roughly. 500 miles. Now, I did like 1,000 miles in like a week, most weeks. And no, not most weeks, sorry. I do about 500 miles a week, usually. But last week I did 1,000 because I was travelling. Let's pull up a map. So, I live, you can't see this. You might be able to see this. So if I pull this down, no, can't do that. So let's go to Google Earth. So I live nearby here, which is Colchester. Okay, I live somewhere around here. Now, my radius actually goes to here, Bury St Edmunds, and to Chelmsford. So I work in this whole region here. Okay, last week I drove from home to Clacton. This is in a day. Right, did a quote in Clacton for block paving clean and seal and some natural stone. Then I drove to Clare, which is near Sudbury, so it's around here somewhere. Somewhere here. Anyway, somewhere here, which is like an hour and a half. And then I went back down here to AS Green, which is somewhere... Mate, what is it with all these blooming image things? AS Green is somewhere like... It is somewhere here. It just is somewhere there, but yeah, it's not showing. Anyway, drove there. And then drove all the way over here. And then went home. That was like a 210 miles, I think. Crazy. So my new van doesn't cope very well with long journeys in terms of diesel consumption and oil consumption. And the door, oh my God, the sliding door is a pain. Every single time I want to lock the van, I have to go and slam the sliding door. Not great, but I love it. I love it differently. My first van, great van, never had any issue with it, just too small. This new van, great, love it. It's so much bigger, so much more practical, slightly more issues, but it works. The stream has fallen so far behind. Unless I'm just well behind on here. So, where do we go to? Jamie, hello Liam, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you as well, mate. Beginner's tip for roof scraping, Liam. What would you say to a newbie? Have you never done roof scraping? If you've never done roof scraping, all I can tell you is you'll think it's a great idea until you turn up to your first job, and then you will regret it because it's so much work. Have I even got a scraping video? So this one was my first ever roof job, my first ever roof clean, and it was a scrape. I kind of enjoyed it, kind of didn't. I severely underpriced on Jesus. Look how different I look here. That we're getting off higher. Let's turn that down a little bit, so you can kind of hear me here. But go check this video out. Anyway, if you want to see my first thing. So I picked up my scaffold tower from HSS. Okay, I get to the job. This is my old van. Get to the job. This is what I was dealing with. So there's quite a lot of moss on every single tile. Quite a big job. Okay, I charged 550 quid for this job. I was there for 3 days. Okay. Tower also cost me like 140 quid for the week. So, yeah, anyway. enough of that. I wanted to get the first one on the belt. Right, this is honestly an accurate. Don't get me wrong, the tile scraper here, right, doesn't completely fit. This was the best one that I had because I bought like a beginner's set. Now I'm speeding this up, right, and I'm not getting. I've got to do like two. What can I hear? I've got to do like 2 scrapes of this to be able to get all the bits under the tile. So all of these bits here, and things like that, right? I'm pretty sure the first side took me like 5 hours. And there's a lot of cleaning. Obviously, I wasn't too. Look how sweaty I am. This was in February, and I'd done one side. Right, this isn't a really fair representation of time because obviously it's a video, it's not real life. But I was absolutely battered, and that's what it looked like to end with. And we still had mess everywhere. Okay, this is me getting home the first night. I had to go to my friend's birthday this night, and then I had a shave. Jesus, I look so different compared to now. This is literally not even a year ago. Actually, it might have been a year ago. 11 months ago. This was February sometime last year. Anyway, where can we get to? So this is the front side. Not too much moss. But, yeah. As you can see, this is a time lapse. And look, I've gone over 4 tiles since I started press and play. 5 tiles. 6 tiles. It's just a very tedious, very physical job. I'm not trying to put you off or scare you or anything. Just expect it to be quite tiring. And this is why low pressure cleaning of roofs, for me, is so, like, I'm cheaper, 100%, 1,000,000% cheaper to pressure wash a roof than I am to scrape it. Because, look, I've literally, this is all real time that I'm setting up. 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes. Don't get me wrong, I didn't build the tower in 3 minutes, but that's like took like an extra 5. Pole, set up, foot pedal, climb up the ladder, disconnect the end. Yeah, as you do. Turn the machine on. So within 6 minutes, I've pulled up. Admittedly, the tower building isn't in this, which is like another 10. So in 15 minutes, I'm away. Right? And then I go. And honestly, this would take me 40 minutes maximum to do this side. Obviously, a lot more mess, a lot more annoying mess to clean up. But I'm literally just doing one cover of each tile. And going down, moving across, down, moving across, down, moving across, down. And then rinsing it once or twice. And that's that. Obviously, I feel like this, you should have to do a training course for this work. Because, right, I've got a video of this as well. Sorry, I'm just showing you my videos. There's another thing that I want to show you. So before I ever did a roof clean properly, let's say properly, it's not even properly, is it? It's just before I ever did a roof clean with low pressure, this is a video that I recorded. So this was after the expo. This is my brand new machine that you now see in my van. This is that same machine. This was all new. So this is Jesus. That doesn't even say GVS 35 on it anymore. That literally doesn't say that. And those clips are not green anymore. They're like grey and beaten. But I don't have the clips in this. The first pull, I might have not done it because I was a bit scared that everyone would give me hate. I missed it out. I held this pole, put my foot on the foot pedal, right? The pole, I'm not even joking, went up, 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 up. It literally was like vertical above my head, and I was like, bloody hell. Honestly, it was like crap. And now, if you didn't do what I'm doing now before you set up roof cleaning, you would have fell off the tower of having the pressure that I had then. And I went off 120 bar, I think. And I was like, yeah, that'll be alright. No, this is why I think this absolute, like, look, what am I doing there? That on a roof would be so hard to control. You see all this flex as well. Yeah. So this just goes to show, this was 9 months ago. The video that I just showed you about my setup in like 10-15 minutes or whatever, you'll see in that video that I tested my pressure with flat surface cleaner before I went up there. I always do this now. Geez, I've not actually watched my own videos back for donkeys. Little old me there must have thought he was doing a great thing getting into roof cleaning. Now I feel about 15 years older for doing it. Yeah, and just chat waffle. Yeah, so that is my opinion on roof cleaning as a whole, is that scraping is a good way to get into it. It's a good way to learn, how roofs are how to clean them. Cheaper way to start. Pressure washing roofs, definitely you need a bit of practice on your pole before you go up on that scaffolding. 100,000,000%. Get the pressure right, know exactly what you should hit, know exactly how the pole feels. Know you've got all the fittings tight enough, because you have to build that pole yourself. Know you've screwed everything in tight enough. You're not going to get any leaks. You've got loads of TPFE everywhere. Make sure your hoses are plugged in properly to whether it's your trigger or your foot pedal. And then you're ready. And the first time you do it, you will probably go quite slow, and it's expected. I did the same. Go quite slow. Actually, this is my first ever roof clean.
Just before the video starts, I just
want I think I was asking people to subscribe it, but so I'd managed, because I was scared, right? Like, you see my nozzle is on the tile. I put my foot on the pedal. Ready? Any second now. And it lifts it for me. Don't do that anymore. But it kind of works in a way of controlling your pole, because otherwise what you do is you'll have your pole how high I have it now, and then it will, because of the unload, unless you've got a K1 and a needle valve, that will shoot and then come back down. A bit scary the first time. I also was using a completely bodged scaffold here. This was also the time that HSS let me down. But yeah, first roof clean went alright, and as you can see, just sailing. It wasn't quick. I think I was there all day to do this one side. I think it took me like 8 hours to do this one side, because I was just doing this, getting down, cleaning up, going up again. Whereas now it's so fast. I'm on the roof cleaning within 20 minutes maximum, and then I'm done 40 minutes, and I move the tower across another 10-15 minutes, go again, and do it all, smash it all out, and then the clean-up's a long bit. Anyway, I've missed probably quite a lot of your questions. Cheers again, mate. I watch your video. Yeah, sorry, I've got a bit of a ramble there. 100% always do your pressure and flow from the ground. Yeah, 1,000,000%. Even if you have it set the same, you never know. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Matt. Yeah, I've just gone off on a massive ramble for 15 minutes. Sorry. I'm quite enjoying actually watching my old videos back. I want to make my content challenging and a bit more entertaining. I feel like I just waffle to the camera and show time lapses. It's literally what I feel like I do. No worries, Jamie, mate. If you want to actually message me, I don't mind privately messaging you. Show me your kit that you've got and things. Because it's always I'd rather give you advice if you're a bit nervous about it or anything like that. But yeah, mate. Honestly, I need to grow my hair back. God, I miss summer. Bring it back. So yeah, this, all of this, right? So the tower, put tarpaulin down this decking. Have no idea why. Absolutely no idea why. I'd now, if I was to put it anywhere, I'd have it half up against. Sorry, I use my mouse. Half on here, and I'd tape it around that. Collect it all up against the wall, and then have this end slightly higher, so it's more rolled in itself. So and this bit, so all of the mess will go in the middle. And then what it is we then separate the water and the moss. And then quick clean up. But all of this kit, I'm going to go back to it. Where was that shot that I wanted to go back to? See this? So I have to, in my little van this was, pressure washer, bin. Still got this bin actually with 30 metres of hose, which I'm probably going to sell. It's got all the fittings and things. This backpack, this is pure water for the window clean afterwards. All of this kit was pulling out the van, setting up. Whereas now, like I say, it's all in one place. Van mount. Easy. Conservatory has been absolutely stained. Yeah, see, this is such a bad camera angle. I wouldn't watch this. No way. But as I say, I was learning. This is my 10th video. And look at all the coating left on the tiles. See all that? That's all coating left on the tiles. And this, that had all fish netting over the top of it, I think. No, chicken wire. So you couldn't get any of this moss out. It was just all trapped. I don't know. You might be able to see a thin chain there. That's what that was. So that was a bit of I sprayed loads of biocide on that. Not really much I could do. Like I say, this is my first roof clean. And then I also had to then rebuild the tower to biocide this as well, which is now why I've got the 45 foot of pole. So biocide, I know you lot are probably going to hate on this, but I also now spray biocide out of my XJet. I'm going to get a Pro Cannon and do it because I'm on my own. I know that it's very bad, and I won't do it on all roofs. It's not all roofs. It's not going to go on semi-detached or terraced because there's so many things that can go wrong. Detached houses, and like it doesn't spray loads unless it's really windy. If it's really windy, I wouldn't do it. But it doesn't like overspray. It's just like the sniper nozzle. It's just like, yeah, it's just quite easy, and you can get a lot more biocide on a lot quicker. Right, so we'll go back to your questions. One thing I like to do that isn't needed as much, popping my 65 Oriface nozzle on, doing a final rinse instead of final rinse with the turbo. Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you mean. So you stick like Jake's nozzle. I haven't actually used it yet, I can't lie. It should be somewhere in this room. Anyway, yeah, it's final rinse with turbo. I feel like it really helps get the tiny bits off better without throwing them around. Yeah, so I never tried it, but I just rinse down whatever tool I've got. The flat surface cleaner is 100% the worst. You have to like basically have it like that far away to get everything, rather than like up here. Evening all. What size tower is that? That is the 6.2. Wrong screen again. This is the 6.2 me tower. So I've got one of these now. I own one of these. Reason being is because of higher costs. I can lower my prices in terms of roof cleaning. More likely to get a job from buying this. Also, every time I hired one, something different was wrong with it all the time. Like there'd be cement in the tyres, so you couldn't like lower or heighten your leveling. The legs often stiff. By the way, I'm curious, right? Why? This is the picture. See these legs here, right? This can't go straight because these legs have like a maximum that you can point them to. So this goes higher, so this goes about there. This board also goes up 2 more. Well, no, it would go there because you can see the clips, but this is just a bad representation. So this would go up one. This would go up to about here, so you'd have like a weird thing. And this would go all the way to the ground. You absolutely cannot do this because it feels like the top of the tower will be so wobbly. So this will need to go up 1 more. Like I say, this will go up 2 more, and this will be in the ground for all of them. And then, yes, you see what he's doing there? It feels awful at the top of the tower if you do that. You need to go up 1 more. You need to be on the second. I suppose he is kind of on the second, but like I find that halfway on the second, I call them reds because there's reds and blues. The blues are the size, which are like these ones, and then these are what I call reds. The second red, you need to be like halfway up it to feel a bit more stable. I understand that this should be straight as possible. Not always possible. Mine are like, I normally go to this bit, so it's like slightly more bent up. It will be the same. It's on my quad J rod. Oh yeah, you bought one of those, did you? I haven't got one of those. I keep looking at them, but I think they're quite cool. I'd get a sniper nozzle on one of them if I could. That'd be sick. Rinse with 65. It will make your life. It will change your life. Not a game changer though. I'm gonna buy my own also. Yeah. You can. I got mine from Facebook Marketplace. I paid about 800 quid, I think, for mine. It's got a few issues with it. Obviously, I've worn it and I need to get a few fixes. Like the clips on the legs are all like damaged and stuff. They pop out quite frequently. Not a big issue. Kind of is an issue, but not a major issue. Need to get them sorted. I need to do a big fat chemical order actually. So I've just booked in 71 square meters of 71 square meters of block of Indian sandstone to clean and seal in the first week of April. I've then got a repointing job, which is also Indian sandstone, which is about 45 square meters. So it's clean, repoint, seal, on the 6th of April. My April is busier than what my March is at the moment. Month. So, no, sorry, the 7th. So this here, I've got that Indian sandstone, 71 square metres. These 2 days I've allowed for it because the seal, actually no, sorry, this day's the clean, this day's the seal. Depending on weather, obviously, you might have to move it back and forward a few days. This, I've got the repointing of Indian sandstone, which I've allowed 3 days for because it is like an hour and a half drive. So it's repoint, so take all the old stuff out, clean, and then seal somewhere there. Hopefully I can take all the old stuff out and clean it then, and then seal, and then this one is what I've just booked in, the block paving, natural stone, gutters, and conservatory for these 3 days. So I'm already quite busy in April. Obviously I go away in March. I go away from here then until then, and then I'm going to try and make the expo on the Saturday, which is the second day, but it's going to be a big ask. But yeah, I'm now fully booked up. I've got not slammed next week. I could make space for more, but all of this is all roofs. March, I've got these 3 days are booked, and then the rest of them up till here. So I've got like a week now to fill in, which is quite a nice place to be, I can't lie. By the way, congrats on 1k subs. At least it's showing us 1k. Yeah, I'm over the moon. I'm absolutely over the moon. Quite happy. I thought it'd be sooner. Can't lie. I was on like 900. No, I was on 880 in the video before Christmas. So I kind of thought it'd be a few weeks sooner, but I'm quite happy with it. 74 videos to me, 1,000 subs. So now they say, don't they? It's like I think it's £5 per 1,000 views a month. So now I'm technically monetized, meaning that technically I can reinvest into my videos. Obviously, it depends how much I see. But like I said, I did try and make a video earlier, but my GoPro still isn't quite working. I don't actually think it's the battery. So this has got a brand new battery in it. The other two are in my coat pocket, but it's still saying it. I think it's an issue with the GoPro, but I've now had this since like a few weeks before my first ever video, which was way back. I think we're talking like 2023, way back. So yeah, this was in the peak summer of 2023. And I bought my GoPro a few weeks before this. Now, every single time I do a roof clean, it gets covered in water. And it's been dropped about 1 million times, like that you probably can't see. But it's just a bit battered and worn and just ruined. Like this corner, that, as you can see there. It's fallen in that corner. You probably see it glisten, actually, I don't know. But it's just been battered. So I think I'm going to get 2 GoPro Hero 12s, the big boys, and then have 2 angles. So I'm going to have one of these, and if I'm doing a roof, on a pole, and then I'm going to try and work out a way to have another one on my pole. So I'm going to put it in the protective housing so you can't really hear any audio if I speak to it. But it's going to literally simply be on the end of my pole where the turbo is, upside down, so you can literally see quite accurately the clean. I think that'd be quite cool for a certain amount of time. I've gone off the chat. I use the DJI Osmo 4, been amazing so far. I've never actually looked at it. DJI Os, I just realised you're on this computer, let's use this one. DJI Osmo 4. Oh. So like the same price of GoPros. Can this zoom in? If this can zoom in, this would be class. What's the battery? 4K, yeah. 4.3 out of 5 star. Vlogging camera. 10-bit video. More capable than cameras, 5 times the price. So it's literally, video quality is okay, but the process of activating the camera is overcomplicated, connected to your smartphone. Same with GoPro, literally the exact same. Totally love this action cam, but I want one of the Sony. I'd love one of these for podcasts and things. One of these ones. They are so good, by the way. So good. Like the quality is so good on those. Anyway, I'm gonna dip in like 2 minutes because I need to go to a shower and I've got a date night to get to. My girlfriend, she's cooking me dinner. She just got back from holiday. But yeah, not really too much going on this weekend, if I'm honest. Ipswich are playing in the FA Cup, so I'm not going to go see them. Yeah. So any questions for you guys? Anything you want to ask Jack before I go? Look at my website, by the way. Look how good it looks now. So I've actually updated this. Oh, you can't even see. Forget about all this stuff. Look at this for a website. So I've changed all the back. Hang on, Dad. I'm just talking. Yeah, sort it out. Yeah, it's all sorted.
Well, you've actually had a conversation with him?
Yeah.
Not left a message or nothing?
No, I actually had a conversation with them.
Was he alright, yeah?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, so all of this, all these pictures, as you can see floating through, now have been updated. They're no longer from like 6 months ago. This house here is actually the full house. I did the full house. I don't know why I decided to pick this picture earlier. This one looks quite cool, I think. I think this is one of my best pictures ever taken. And then this is where my Google ads will bring you to. If you, please don't, but my Google ads will bring you to, if you click on the actual top link, it will bring you right to here instead of at the top here. Because it basically shows people instantly. This is why it's the second in line rather than all the way down here. This will, if you put in a number, work out. Put in a number, name, email, cleaning service. I've made it so you can choose, because obviously that's number one because it's the highest paying, and yeah, more specialised to it. Number, because I get fed up with people not putting numbers in. And then email, because I always send over quotes email. So basically no other information is required once they put in this thing apart from the address. So yeah, and then you got my video. I didn't want to put a roof cleaning video in here because I feel like the website's so tailored to roof cleaning. And then yeah, that's the home page. And then some of the before and afters. These need an update in the next few days. I'm going to work on this. So there's one. There's two. Three. This is all the same house. See, this is why I want a boiler. After cleaning, look at all these white spots. Boiler probably left with like 3 white spots on there. You can't see it from this one, but yeah. This is probably the best picture I've ever taken. This one's great. They're over the moon. Yeah, more roof cleaning. This was, like I say, the first ever roof clean I did. You can see a bit, all the coat was still on that one, so it's a bit grim. Why is this so small as well? This needs to be changed. This is quite a good one, but it's not quite the same angle of picture. Like, oh, bloody hell. So this is the after, and that's the before. You see, like, it's not the same angle. And this one is also not the same zoom. So this is like 0.5. This is 1. 0.51. So yeah. Exterior cleaning. Brilliant. Ear love, show us. Brilliant. I almost did it with my social media accounts. That's a good function to have on the before and after your page. Yeah, so I do try to make my website update as possible. It's quite hard, quite difficult to remember. But the back end of it, I don't know how much I can show you at the back end, but at the back end, I will show you what it looks like to have a lead. So I get an email instantly from any of these. Right, has someone just been on here and done this? 3:35. Subscribe. No idea. Anyway, these are all the quotes I've had. So you can see that is today. That was also today. That was yesterday, day before, and then I turned them off over this time because we updated the total cost of a job. So a roof cleaning job is obviously worth a lot more than a gutter clearing job kind of thing. But yeah, they flow in quite nicely. Obviously, these aren't all where all my leads come from. They come from phone. People call it, like, people will literally go on my website and call me because it's in their face, rather than so it's literally there, and you can click that, and it will call me. See. email as well. Click that, it'll take you straight to email. And then, yeah. So, anyway, hope you've enjoyed this little live stream. Thank you for the 2 likes and 8 people watching, 8 people that hopefully stuck around the whole time. And I will, like I say, I've got a podcast on Monday. Probably won't have time to get a video out before then. I did record one, but it's just all over the place. Like the camera just kept turning off and things. So yeah, content will resume next week, probably for the following week. So I'm going to try and be a week ahead of myself to make sure it's the best, and I don't just rush the editing or anything like that. But yeah, podcast Thursday, 8 AM. We might do this again. Actually, might make this a weekly Friday thing. Have a little unwind and a relax and chat. Did you remove your roof quote from yesterday's video? I did. It got copyrighted for some reason. So, yeah. If I don't keep it up, it gets demonetized. Sorry, if I keep it up, it gets demonetized if it's copyrighted. So I've taken it down, and I'm just going to re-edit it, pretty much. So, yeah. Don't want to get demonetized after being 12 hours into monetization. But yeah. Anyway, I want to love you and leave you. And yeah, I'll catch up with you next Thursday, most likely. Have a good one.